Okay, so why this surprises me, it continues to shock me. Perhaps the mysteries and intricacies of life will just always be thrilling and delightful to me no matter how many times this happens. But I just wanted to share this little thing that happened, and I'm putting a link to my Instagram in the description so that you can see the time-stamped stuff that I'm about to talk about. So anyway, on June 3rd, I think it is, I'll have to look at my Reddit, but I actually posted a quote from Elmer Locker where he says, if the purpose of life isn't to be happy, you can shove it up your ass because I don't want it. I thought that was really funny for some reason. And so I posted it on my subreddit. So I know what date it was, because I posted it right after I watched the video. I watched this video where he's talking about the ladder experiment, which is basically you fall asleep 3 nights in a row thinking about how you are climbing a ladder, like imagining yourself climbing a ladder vividly, feeling yourself doing it. And then throughout the week after that, he says to constantly remind yourself that you're not going to climb a ladder, leave notes around saying you're not going to climb a ladder, blah, blah, blah. So this was like the Neville, Goddard, essentially the party trick that teaches you what your subconscious mind is doing. So I watched this video and I was thinking, I never did that. I've never really done this. Like, this isn't how I have manipulated reality. It's never gone that way for me. There's never been a significant amount of time that goes into imagining. It's like I just see something vividly and boom, it's out there and it happens. It's not something that's required a lot of effort on my part. I don't know why. But I thought, I've never done something like that, the ladder experiment. So that night, I vividly imagined myself climbing a ladder. I only did it one time, I think. I might have done it a little bit the next night, but I dropped it after that. I was just like, whatever, I don't. And shortly thereafter was when I told my ex, I think we should start refraining from seeing each other at work and talking on the phone for a while. Because of my other videos here that I've talked about, I think our emotional connection was kind of preventing me from moving forward in another relationship. So for about a week after that and up to now, I've been at work by myself. And part of the reason that I didn't want to do the ladder experiment is because at work, there is all kinds of stuff that is on high shelves, but I never am the one that has to get it because I'm always at work with my ex. So he's like 6'3" and he'll just reach up and get stuff for me most of the time. Or if there's somebody, something that needs to be gotten with a ladder, he does it. I never ever go on a ladder because I'm like terrified of injuring myself in any way. So I just avoid anything like that I can. But I was at work by myself this week and I found myself having to climb a ladder on June 9th. And I'm just like, whatever. I knew this was going to happen. Like, I knew, I have to climb. This is too much of like an easy coincidence. So this doesn't count. And so on my Instagram, which I will link below, I have a screenshot of a snippet of a conversation I was having with Robbie Bobby Scotty. It has the date and the time where I said, hey, I just climbed a ladder, but this doesn't seem like good enough. This is too much of a coincidence. I think I'm going to do this with holding a kitten. I said that to him, and I briefly imagined myself, as I was saying this to him, I briefly imagined myself holding a kitten like in front of me like this. So like it's in my hand, right? And it's looking at me like from this angle. You'd be seeing its back of its head. I imagined this, like I could see its belly in this image. And I must have done it for 5 seconds. And I felt it like it was real in my imagination, but I dropped it. And I haven't thought of it since. This was June 9th. It's June 14th. This morning, my aunt called me and she said, there's a kitten in my garage. Do you want it? And I said, well, no, I can't have any pets, but I know, I've mentioned on this channel, I support a trap, neuter, release charity that's like local, that somebody founded a couple months ago. And I said, no, but I donate to this charity. I'm sure I can call the girl and get her to take him. And so I came over there and the kitten was like in the corner in the garage. I went to pick him up and he ran away, and I finally caught him, and when I caught him I picked him up just like that, and I was like, what is your problem? I'm not gonna hurt you. And I'm looking at the kitten and I'm literally holding him exactly the way I was thinking in my mind. I haven't touched a kitten in probably at least a year. I didn't even touch the kittens then. I saw some kittens that were at my brother's house that they had found in an abandoned house that they were working on. And before that, I don't think I've touched a kitten since my own cats were kittens in 1999. So I don't know. I just, you know, there's something to all this stuff. If you're still a skeptic, keep at it. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This kind of shit blows my mind. It really does. It really does. No matter how many times it happens, and no matter how good I seem to be at it, like, I didn't even try to make this happen, and it just did. So, yeah, I don't know.